Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Motorsport Manager. And it is race day for the second race of our second season. And it's time to choose our bonuses. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that. Confirm. And over here, we'll just take that because that's unfortunately all we have for Boris. And for car setup, I'm going to do Mustafa first because I remember the changes I made. So I want to make sure I get that back on target. Oh, you know what? Yeah, those are the changes I made. Because we were on okay, and I actually made things slightly worse. I think we were on 83%, so I'll just bring them back to where they were. Probably I took things a little bit further this way, we'd get better, but you know what? I'm fine with an okay rating here. And then tire choice. It's raining now, and it's going to be wet for the first however many laps. So I'm going to go on intermediates. Even though that is quite a lot of water there on the track, I am hoping that the intermediates cope with that. But in any case, it's going to dry off pretty quickly here. So we will use intermediates, and we'll plan for a quick pit with Mustafa because we gave him that bonus where you can take riskier pits and not have the penalty for doing so. All right, so he's pretty much good to go. Now, Boris, I think we're going to have to go the same strategy, though. Also, his car is poor. I wasn't able to dial him in very well, and it's actually to the point where I'm not exactly sure which way to take things to make it better, and because I don't have that confirmation of making things better. I mean, I did make it better in practice from our first setup, but only marginally so. We were at like 50-60%, and I brought it up to 59%. So his car is just really poorly set up, and again, I just don't know which direction to take it in to make it any better than it already is, so I'm just going to live with it. And I think I am going to run intermediates as well here, even though that could potentially put our guys on the same pitch strategy. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and confirm these guys in. Now, I did notice that tire temps were a little bit on the cool side, at least from when I was paying attention. And we will push a little bit here, and I think the rain might also have a part to play on that. Alternatively, I could have him not push and have Mustafa push, and then maybe we'll have his tires wear out faster. We'll see. Let's start the race. And we're going to get our positioning here. So we go in reverse order of standing. So we're going to be pretty much close to the back here. Mustafa in 15th and Boris in 18th. So let's continue here. As a matter of fact, it might be a good call at this point to actually have Boris attack, just so we might have the possibility of passing a lot of these guys. Okay, away we go. Bad start from Mustafa, it looked like. And he actually just boxed in Boris, so Boris had the opportunity to pass there and then lost it. So we're getting a little bit messed up by the pack here. But hopefully we can recover. Boris looks like he's making good ground. And unfortunately, Mustafa goes all the way down to 20th. But eventually, I think we'll be able to make up for that. Let's go up to 2 times speed here as Boris makes some moves. Wow, tires are pretty cool, so I am going to go ahead and go with that more pushing attack. All right, so Boris has a chance here to make up some spots. And then loses them, unfortunately. It's going to be rough here with the pack for a little while. Mustafa's gonna... No, ignore you. Everybody else is working with the intermediates. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Don't be whiny. So, yeah, we got a little pack screwed there. Oh, what happens here? Somebody had something happen. Okay. Ooh. Something happened to his tires. Must have been related to that one guy losing his position. I wonder if the guy in 19th had a little bit of collision too. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like maybe a collision between the guy in 19th and 20th. Because they're both limping. And Boris might have ate his tires trying to avoid the collision. Well, that's actually going to mess up my pit strategy, but it will be okay. I was hoping to stay out long enough to have the rain go away. But that means that we'll have our guys have separation here. So I'm going to have him stop pushing his tires so they can last a little bit longer. So hopefully the track dries off more by the time he has to pit. But he's going to have to pit soon. We also have to keep in mind that our cars aren't going to be quite as reliable in these first couple of races. So pushing them very hard might be a bad call. We remain in the back of the pack right now, which is really unfortunate. I expected much better. But again, we had some problems with the pack. We're actually catching up here, though. Okay. Let's speed time up a little bit. Mustafa was in the lead there for a little while. All right, Boris. We've dried up now, so let's have you come in. Matter of fact, dried up a little bit faster than I expected. Well, no, there's still a little bit of water in the track. But we'll have Boris pit here. And we'll put you on medium tires and get you some fuel. Okay? And you're just going to take a nice balanced pit. And we'll pit. And I guess you might as well attack your tires while you're out here. Okay, some people have pitted. And they took intermediates, which is going to actually hurt them later in the race. Alright, so we're getting back into the groove of things. Now, Boris is going to lose some positions possibly due to the pit here. But we'll be following Mustafa here. And we're coming out on mediums as the track dries off. Now, this means, for the meantime, when it's wet like this, he will be at a little bit of a disadvantage in 18th place. Okay. And that was just because unfortunate timing here. Everybody's pitting and taking inners. I don't know if that's the right strategy. Alright, so we have a yellow flag out. We're in 4th. Mustafa. There's a lot of people just pitted. Is the yellow flag still active? No, we're green flag, so that was a very brief. Okay. Now, see, this is more what I would have wished to have happen with Boris, so that we could have pitted later and had the track be truly dry when he pits, but unfortunately, he ate his tires. I'm not going to pit yet. Not until it's really looking like it's for sure going to be dry. Alright, I think probably now is okay to pit. So, we'll pit, and we'll pick up some softs. We'll get some fuel. And we'll take that fast pit. Thank you very much. And pit. Okay, we're into 5th with Mustafa. Unfortunately, this is a really bad race for Boris. Boris can back off his tires, though. I wasn't paying attention to things, and we had him going a little bit aggressive there. Hopefully he can make up that that gap, though. Alright, so we're pitting, so is a bunch of other people. We're on softs. And it looks like a lot of other people are getting out there on normal tires now. And here comes Boris's chance to make up some positions as people are coming out of the pits. He didn't manage to get into 15th, but at least that's some improvement. And it should not rain anymore, so... Again, that was just bad timing with some events that caused that to happen. And Mustafa, you can back off your tires a little bit here. If the guy in 6th passes you, he passes you. You can hold him off, that's okay, but looks like he passes. So we're maintaining 6th, which is our sponsorship goal. Guys behind us now have fresher tires. Boris is at least closer to the pack now, so he'll be contending, although he will have to pit before most everybody else. His tires are getting cooled down, though, so we'll push here. These tires cool rather fast on this track. All right. Just keep an eye on tire life and what have you. We're starting to cool down here, so I'm going to heat him up. I'll probably keep him on push. Boris, that is. Boris is now into 15th, as I believe he overtook some people pitting. Mustafa's having to fight hard here to maintain 6th. Boris can go around at least another time. How is our engine condition? Yeah, I don't really want to push our engine for fear of wrecking it. Again, I think we can keep Boris out here longer. But after this lap, I'll consider coming in. And tire temps are okay. Okay, Boris, you can come in now. And we're on lap 15 of 29. That means he is going to have to pit again. Let's grab some soft tires then, if we're going to have to pit again. And fuel you up. And go with a nice balanced pit strategy. And away you go. And then Mustafa will stick with as he continues to go around. Looks like the guy in 6th and 8th are having some mechanical problems. And guy in 6th is pitting this lap, so we'll be able to pass him pretty easily. Get back into 6th. Get a nice gap going. So we're already running into some parts reliability issues, which is why I'm not pushing the cars. Outside of just, tire temps and what have you. Now, that was an opportunity for Boris to make some places up, but unfortunately... Oh, no, he did make up one. Okay. Might be a good time for Mustafa to pit. Although he technically could probably make it around one more time. I'm going to stay out, because we can get 4th and 5th here. Okay, now we have to tell him to pit. We're going to have him pit, give him... Now, he might be able to make it around with what fuel we have. If we give him a full tank, that should do it. So, do we give him mediums and didn't just try and ride it? Yeah, let's do that. We'll give him mediums, have him ride it out, give him a fast pit as per usual, and pit. And then Boris has quite a bit of a gap in front of him, so there's no point in following him. We're in 4th. Guy in 5th is on our butt. We've been able to hold him off so far. He's running slower tires, so I'm actually surprised that he's able to keep up with this like he's been. Now, the guy in 2nd and 3rd just pitted, so us pitting here shouldn't cost us too much. But we are down in 7th now. Now, that should be the last pit for Mustafa if our strategy works out. Yeah, he should be just fine with what fuel he has. So, Boris is also looking okay with his tires. His tires are actually looking a little warm, so we'll back him off a little bit. And Mustafa, I'll let him warm up his tires a little bit. Okay, the guy in 8th is going to pit, so we're not threatened there. Mustafa's car is holding together okay. How's our condition over here? That gearbox is looking rough. Okay, tire temps are okay so far. Let's actually back off these tires because we don't have anybody on our butt right now. Although, guy is close behind. Okay. Got to make these tires last. Boris is challenging for 14th, and it looks like he's going to pick up some places there as he passes some people pitting. Let's go ahead and have him attack as his tires have cooled off. And Boris, Mustafa I'll put back on the attack as well. Just to get some heat in those tires. So we got a pit behind us. Gives us space still again. But there is a guy on our butt again. Not sure where he came from, but he came here very quickly. He's been really hurting his... Well, he's got some mechanical issues, though. Okay. Alright, so we're having a little bit of problems with his suspension. That's unfortunate, but we're just going to have to live with it. Boris can keep going around. I'm going to have to ignore that. I mean, I could fix it just to make sure he finishes. We do have 7 laps, so that might be the right call. Alright, we'll tell him to pit at this juncture. And we have 7, maybe 6 laps to go, so we'll give him softs again. We'll give him that security lap of fuel. And we will fix this part. It's going to cost him a lot of time and maybe some places. But I'd rather not have his gearbox explode. So, give him a balanced 2. Alright. Might not be the right call. But considering that Mustafa is doing pretty well, I think we'll be okay. Alright, so we've got 4th, and we've got a solid lead here, and because we do not have to pit, at least that's the plan if these tires hold out, we should be able to make up some more places here. Okay, there's the long pit here. We're going to probably lose at least 1 more place. But fortunately, there was enough of a gap that the guy in 16th is not going to catch us. And the rest of his car is just going to have to make it. And Mustafa, again, no pit strategy here, so he's just going to have to make it. And here we're going to back off. We've got plenty of temperature in those tires right now. And we're in 15th. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. Ooh, we got water on the track again. Not enough, though, to be concerned about. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. This is just how this part of the season goes. We are in 3rd. So again, if you can hold on. For 4 more laps, we'll have a podium finish. Depending on how many people get demoted, it might even be better. No. No. We're not getting inners. It's going to dry off almost immediately here. All right, we got a few more laps to go. And the guy directly behind us is actually not someone that is threatening to take a place from us, so that is fine. Unfortunately, Boris has a big, huge gap in front of him, so... Okay, these tires are going to be ragged, but we're going to make it. We're in second now. Wow. Question is, can his parts handle the strain? Ooh, they look like they're going to snap on us. If I fix those parts, we'll be down to maybe even 8th. I can't afford it. I'm sorry. We gotta ignore you. And we just gotta cross our fingers and hope we get around. Ignore. So this is the last lap here once the guy in first gets around. So all we have to do is get around a couple more times. I don't think we'll be able to make up any positions here. All right, we're making it so far. Okay, all we have to do is get around. We've got 15th locked up. Question is, can we make second? Yeah, I know it was a disaster. I'm sorry. You can make it. You can make it. Yeah, we did it. The car wanted to brake on us, but we did it. Honestly, if I hadn't fixed Boris's car, I might have been able to do better than he did. But it's just one of those things. Early on in these races, you just can't be sure if these cars can make it. I mean, one car crashed, one car retired. That could have been us just as easily. So, as a matter of fact, the guy in first didn't even make it into the pits. His car broke on him. But after this race, we should be pretty close to getting our reliability on target. All right, well, we managed a 2-pit strategy with Mustafa, and we had to go with the 3-pit strategy. I think that cost us quite a bit. Just poorly timed pits, but it was just circumstances that made those pits happen. Maybe I should have gone out on inners and then switched to another compound later, but I thought I could get away with it. I was obviously the wrong choice, so that was just as much my mistake as just circumstances. But in any case, let's go ahead and continue here. We can always gain some positions because of rule breakers. Let's continue here. All right, so we did indeed finish in second here. As a matter of fact, only one person broke the rules. No, actually, nobody was demoted. So nobody broke the rules this time around. But we end up getting second place, our second podium. Unfortunately, Boris finishes all the way down in 15th after his fantastic third place finish last race. So let's continue here. I expect to lose some standings for the team overall. But second place finish, we get another nice trophy here. And Boris drops down to 6th place. And Mustafa moves up to 3rd. And that drops our team down to 2nd. But there's only 2 points dividing us and the team in 1st. And there's actually quite a bit of a gap in between us and the 3rd team. So that's definitely good news. So as long as we don't have a really horrible race, next race, we should probably be able to maintain and have a really good chance of actually passing the team in first. All right. And yeah, one mention of us. And that's about it. Okay, finish second. Yep. All right. Consistent podiums like that make me happy. We get our sponsorship bonus. Of course, it would have been a bigger bonus if I had picked second or above, but I didn't expect to finish that well. So there you go. Now I'm curious to see morale, how that is. No, he didn't get really upset there. So okay, and we continue to get depth here for, or growth here for Shen. And we gain a little bit of markability and some cash. That's always nice. All right. Well, that was a nice, successful race. Let's go through our mail here. So, okay, don't care. Current condition. It's going to take us 38 hours. We get a podium, which is going to last 2 weeks, and have a morale bonus. Yeah, the win. And we got our new brakes. So let's go to the car. And we could design another part here. We could even design yet another pair of brakes. Which might be a good idea. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Because we now have the ability to go up to great level with brakes, which we don't have with any of the other parts. Currently, we're still listed as 9th, but I actually haven't equipped those brakes. Actually, let's fit those parts and just see where that puts us. So we're going to take Mustafa's car, and we're going to give him... We'll give Boris the new brakes and give him these brakes, right? And let's see where we are now. Still listed as 9th. Interesting. Maybe they'll update at a later date. All right, so we can improve even further now. And out of curiosity, can we do like 2 of these? Yeah, let's just do that. Can we do 3 things too? So I could do like this, this, and then something else. Yeah, it doesn't look like that's the case. All right, so let's see what we've got. We've got plus 40 to max, minus 15%. Plus 60% to reliability, don't really care. Minus 20 to max, but plus 40. Well, honestly, these all kind of suck. So, let's see what's better. First off, let's try this. All right, that gives us a max of 216 and starts us with 167. All right, let's try this. 226 starts us with 137. So this was 216. Yeah, so this is going to be the best choice here. It's going to hurt reliability short term, but we can always improve that. And then what's better here? This or this? This appears to be the best. What's better here? Well, I can't take 2 of these. So it looks like this is the best bonus that we could get. So 20 plus 40 to max, and then plus another 40 to max gives us 137. And 226 at the maximum. This will be finished 3 days before the race, and it will cost us 900,000 to do, which I think that's probably worth the price. Out of curiosity, though, with our current parts in the brake department, yeah, see, I can't see the maximum here. All right, well, I'll just, do I design the parts or do we have the repairs happen? The problem I see is that those brakes might be too good, but what's too good, right? Let's go ahead and do it nonetheless. So doop, 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 and that's going to cost 900,000. And we have brakes that could be quite fantastic once we improve them. And build part. Okay, now that we've done that, we're not going to have any sponsors coming up anytime soon, are we? No. Okay. Let's go ahead and continue. Get... Ooh, we got... What was the HQ upgrade? Oh, let's get our HQ upgraded. Can you promise me that we will improve our telemetry center? All right, hold on a second. I just want to take a look at our HQs before I make a decision here. New buildings or upgrade, actually. It's telemetry center. Design center, factory. We have a telemetry center? Oh, he wants a telemetry center. I hadn't planned on it, but if he's specifically asking for it, I'll do that. Why not? The Boris wants one. He wants a telemetry center. So I'm going to say promise made HQ upgrade. So we'll just say yes. And then we'll go to Boris. I'm curious. Promise made. So that gives him a morale bonus. Yeah, all right, I'll do that. I mean, it helps. So new buildings. I mean, I probably would have preferred the forecasting center first, but this allows us to get upgraded gearboxes, so why not? Let's build it. We have the cash for it. And it also allows us to improve our smoothness and consistency in our drivers, so that's good too. We'll build that, confirm. And drivers, Boris. Oh, I mean, I would imagine if we didn't finish it by the time that this runs out, he'd be like pissed. But yeah, I mean, we did it, and I think that's, you know, a good deal nonetheless. And all right, so I think that's going to wrap up the video here. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner signing out.